Real Mojo. This is a place where we start our morning with good energy, good conversation, and real life lessons. So today's Glow's topic is kindness. The kind that changes people, the kind that heals people, and the kind that sometimes even saves people.
You know, Lady Page, people underestimate kindness. Sometimes a smile or a simple, how are you doing today, can change someone's whole day.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that. Let me tell you guys a very quick story before we get started. There was a woman who was having the worst year of her life. She lost her job. Her car broke down. She felt invisible in the whole world. And one morning she walked into a small coffee shop with just enough money for a cup of coffee, just one cup of coffee. She sat there quietly, trying not to cry. And a man in line noticed her but didn't stare. He simply paid for her coffee and left a small note that said, "You matter more than you think. Keep going." He didn't stay for a thank you. He didn't stay. He didn't want recognition. But that small act changed her entire day. That woman later said that moment reminded her that the world still had good people in it.
Yes, that's really powerful. Because sometimes we think kindness has to be something big and extraordinary that we do for someone, but most of the time it is just the small things.
Yep. So let me ask you a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Do you think that kindness is becoming rare?
You know what? Unfortunately, I do sometimes think kindness is becoming rare. I really think a lot of it is because of um I hate to say it, but I'm just gonna throw it out there real quick. Our leadership. So, you know, everything starts at the top and then it trickles down. So if the people that we look up to aren't always kind, then of course the people are going to follow suit. But yeah, unfortunately, I hate to say it, I really do. But I do think that kindness is becoming rare. People take it for granted, like you said, just a simple cup of coffee, just a simple good morning, how are you doing today? Just a simple smile. I think it's good.
What's wrong with that?
Well, like I said, first of all, I think it's the atmosphere that we're living in right now, and there's a lot of struggle, and a lot of people are focused on themselves, on what they're going through, or, a lot of it may not be intentional. Maybe a lot of it may be just distraction. Maybe they're just
Yeah.
distracted with what's going on in their own lives.
Have you ever had a complete stranger, show up and show you an act of kindness?
I've actually had that same situation that happened with the lady in the what you just read about. Um, I was in the Starbucks line and I was coming through the drive-through. And yes, when I got up to the window, the young lady at the window said, "Well, the people in the car before you paid for your coffee." And I was like, that is so kind. So because that happened for me, I actually turned around on another day and paid for the person behind me coffee. Welcome in, Uncle Josh. Thank you for those epics. So that's why I always
That's
say,
pretty awesome.
and that's why I
Yeah.
say kindness is contagious. Go ahead and catch it. Catch it. Welcome, Uncle Josh. Thank you for coming in.
And let me ask you, do you think kindness make people vulnerable?
How about that one? I don't know if it makes people vulnerable, or do people think if someone's being kind to them that they're vulnerable? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. But let me ask you this. What is the kindest thing someone has ever done for you? I'm good, Uncle Josh. Thank you for coming in. We are talking about kindness today.
to me. I've had the same situation right there in Walmart. I didn't realize they did not have Apple Pay. And I went into Walmart. I had my phone out. I'm ready to tap. I didn't bring my wallet with me. And that was really amazing because I think my item was like $75. So I looked at the cashier and I said, "Look, give me a moment. I'm going to run out to my car because I did not bring my wallet." Of course, you know how the lines are at Walmart. The man behind me said, "I'll go ahead and pay for your order." I said, "This order is $75. You're not interested in that." Before I could complete my sentence, he had handed off his credit card.
That
So
is
yes,
that's
I think that
awesome.
that was the most kindest thing anybody has ever done to me, and it helped me to realize myself that there's still some good people in the world.
Yes, Uncle Josh over here says someone bought him a plate of food when he was hungry. Yeah, that is kind. That is very kind, especially when you're hungry. Yeah, that's good, Uncle
Yes.
Josh. Yeah.
Really kind. Question for the chat. Can you type something or tell us something, the kindest thing someone has ever done for you?
You know
Make
what? When
sure
we
I have
talked
the
about the
conversation.
store, I just remembered a situation in Walmart that I actually faced too, and it was pretty much kind of the same thing. It was someone I saw a guy ask a lady, um, how would she feel if someone paid for her groceries? And the lady was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." Like, it's like, "Oh, okay."
Which means they're the kind of things with people that they just show up to their lives. Absolutely. That's a very kind act, especially when it's early in the morning like this. And I absolutely appreciate you showing up for my life. But let me ask you guys a question. Have
Um,
you ever helped somebody
real quick,
and they never knew it was you? Because that is the real flex. Have you ever helped somebody with something and they did not know it was you?
well, Uncle Josh real quick said she was a different religion. She was a Muslim because she have to. Okay, because she have to. Um, in the chat, Uncle Josh, have you ever helped someone and they didn't know it was you? I've done that. I was at the nail shop and I was getting my nails done, and he said yes, he has. I was at the nail shop and I heard there was three teenage girls. They were getting giddy and laughing and just doing what little teenage girls do. And they were asking them what services they want, and the girls kept going back and forth because it almost seemed like maybe they didn't have the money to get exactly what they wanted. So when I finished my nails, I went to check out and I said, "You see those three girls over there? I want to pay for their services. Don't tell them it's me." So I paid for their services and I left out. I don't know if they knew, but I told them not to tell them that it was me.
Okay, very nice. Well, Denise says that she's paid someone's rent. I think that's absolutely awesome.
That is, that
Yes,
is.
I can see you doing something like that. Just such a sweetheart. Um, I have an auntie who's very prideful. She's a good person. She does a lot for people. She's also, one of those people who everybody in the family is going to know that she did it.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, even though she's the kind of person that would do anything for someone, she does not like for people to do things for her. So I help her on a regular basis. She suffered with a stroke some years ago, so there's still a few little things that she is unable to do. Thank you so much for that unicorn. There's so many things that she's unable to do. So grabbed her gas and electric bill on my way out of her house while visiting, and I paid it. And to this day, she still talk about that. She's like, I went to pay my gas and electric bill. They told me it was already paid, and I don't know how that happened. They keep telling me that I paid it. I told them no, I didn't pay it. She's that type of person because at the end of the day, paying her bills, getting up, sitting in her computer room and doing her bills is a job for her. She's retired. She's a much older lady and she loves paying bills. I always ask her, does she think she's gonna get an award for paying her bills? You know, because she's gonna make sure everything's paid up before she's gone. But yes, that was my one gesture. But she still to this day does not know that I did that. It has been about maybe 3, 4 months since that happened.
Well, that's
Um,
awesome. So
yeah,
let me ask you this. Do you believe kindness comes back to you? So
absolutely,
how about you, chat?
absolutely.
I'm asking you in the chat too. Do you feel kindness comes back? Uh-oh. I pushed something and it, can y'all see me? I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Okay. I can't see it. Okay.
Thank you so much. And if you can just tap on the live, I guess I don't know if you
Yeah,
have to
tap.
continue to do
Yeah,
that,
tap, tap, tap.
but
Uncle Josh says yes, he does believe. Thank you for those icons, Uncle Josh.
a lot of times being nice to somebody can some people who do nice gestures feel that it's okay to speak to people a certain kind of way. They feel like I've done you a service, um, and so I can talk to you any kind of way. And I'm just here to tell you that being kind doesn't mean letting people disrespect you. You can have boundaries and still be a kind person.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Miosha.
So,
Sometimes, sometimes the kindest thing you can do is just walk away from negativity. So let's talk about the balance between kindness and self-respect. Thank you, dear darling. I appreciate that. Crystal Rose, I think that is so beautiful. That's a beautiful gift to get in the morning. It gives Joe. Anyone ever done anything for you and they felt that they had to? They started talking to you in a weird kind of way.
I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know. How about for you?
Freddie loves to do things for people.
Mm-hmm.
When he feels like that's a way, then he starts talking crazy. And I think that takes me back to my auntie because it makes me feel like that's a reason for not letting people or not wanting people to do things for her.
Okay. Okay. Uncle Josh says people do that a lot.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that you go through that because that's an awful feeling. I couldn't imagine doing something for someone and then using it as the weapon. That's what you call weaponizing the things that you do for somebody, and that's nasty. If I do something for you, unless you say something about it, 9 times out of 10, you're never gonna hear me acknowledge that I've ever done that for you. And that's something that my mother instilled in me at a very early age. She says, give with a cheerful heart, so it should bring you pleasure to do the gesture, in my opinion, than it does to talk about it or to brag about it.
Thank you for the epics. Yes, absolutely. And it does. For me, being kind and doing something for someone, it's almost like, I don't know, maybe like a high for me because I get so excited. Thank you for those stickers. I get so excited because I love to see a smile on someone's face. You know,
Hmm.
I don't want to see someone sad or frowned. I'm like, let's turn that frown upside down. So yes, I don't know. It's just a part of me. I love to see people happy. Even sometimes if I'm
Yeah,
not happy, I love to see the people at least around me happy. So,
yeah.
because if they're happy, then maybe I'll join in. Thank you for that perfume. I really appreciate it. You know, I like to
Yes,
smell
it's
good.
correct.
I mean, people giving gifts on these apps. That's an act of kindness. And, it really can make my day. I mean, Uncle Josh over here giving me epic tarts and relics. He doesn't know, like, hey, to me, it's making my day. I love to see it. I love to see it because they don't have to, you know?
Mhm. Absolutely. It kind of doesn't cost anything, but it's worth everything to someone else. So we challenge you. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Today we're just going to challenge everyone watching to do one thing for someone who can't repay you. Because that's a whole nother story. It's one thing to do a kind act, but how about doing a kind act to someone who can never repay you?
Mhm.
That's a whole nother level.
That's flex. That's a flex.
And also, while you're being kind to someone else, we must remember we have to be kind to ourselves. Make sure that we're kind to ourselves. Because if
Absolutely.
because
It costs nothing, but it can be worth it to someone who needs it. Today we challenge everyone watching to do something kind for someone. Do something kind for someone who can't repay you. I think that's a great challenge.
yes, 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 it is. So, anybody in the chat, what do y'all think about kindness? Yeah, that one is deep. Uncle Josh said that one's deep.
Yeah.
Will y'all go out today and be kind to someone? Do a kind act. And like I said, being kind doesn't, or like Lady Page said, being kind doesn't mean that it has to cost you something. Being kind could be holding the door open for someone as they walk through. Being kind could be, I don't know, just the simple things. Remember, it doesn't have to be a whole grand show. It's the simple things that count.
Show up to somebody's life who does not have anybody in there.
Exactly.
Slide by, show them some love, connect, and keep it pushing. You don't need an audience. It doesn't have to be a grand production. You need to show someone
Yeah.
kindness today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's showing up to people's lives go a long way. People just really don't understand that, when as a host or a creator, just sitting in your room, preparing a topic to share and no one comes in, just to see one person show up, it just means the world to us as hosts and creators.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
thank you. So Uncle Josh, as you are the only person in my room, I really do appreciate you coming. I know it's early but you decided to show up and I do appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Mojo closing.
So thank you all for joining in to the Morning Glow show with Lady Page and Real Mojo.
First of all, don't forget to be kind to yourself, guys.
Yes, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, be kind to yourself. You are an example. Oh, thank you, Uncle Josh. I appreciate it.
So thank you for joining the Glow Show with Lady Page and the Real Mojo. If you felt this conversation, share it, spread the love, and remember, kindness is the real glow. Okay?
Kindness is the real glow. So, what the Mojo would always say. Well, first of all, thank y'all for coming this morning. Remember, we will be back Monday morning, same time, same place, with a new topic. Come in and join us and glow Monday, Tuesday, and Friday mornings at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Miosha says Monday is the real glow. Yes, yes. That's how you start. Yes. So come on in.
All right.
But as far for the mojo, so until then, from the mojo, keep it real, keep it glowing, and keep your mojo.
Thank you for that sticky bone. Thank you, everyone. I wish you a fantastic day. Go out, be kind, and enjoy life. And I'll see you on your show. You never know when I might fly by and just be kind to you on that day. So thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Miosha. Oh, she's gone already. Well, thank you so much for coming in for the Morning Glow Show. I'm glad you were able to come in and have this conversation with us. Out of everything, just remember, just be kind. Be kind to one another. It costs you nothing to be kind, and it brings the world to somebody. Truth Shop, welcome in. Thank you for coming. This concludes the Morning Glow Show, but thank you so much for coming, and I hope that you will join us again.